You won't believe it, Andy's inheritance application is totally free. The sheriff didn't hesitate. He was in. Just buy 12 workers, 2 bottles of beer. What a steal. After some deep thinking, the sheriff took the deal call. On the roof, inmates shoved cold beer, turning it into a shrimp party. Free freedom, yet an unforgettable memory. Meanwhile, Andy hid in the corner with a proud smile as Haywood came over with a beer. "See water, buddy. Want to share a cold one?" "I think he'll pass, thanks. I have a better option." What he did was actually to protect others, or let's call it transforming friends into close bros. See, it's totally normal behavior. Just a few days later, Andy and Red became besties, and Red was curious about his crime story. Him as innocent as a feather drifting in the wind. Everyone's gathered here, but what for? Could murder truly have been considered an option? Just like you, totally innocent, but blame it on that guy and Shawshank. See, innocent as can be. Red got called to the office. Prisoners get a parole shot every 10 years, but the review isn't a walk in the park. We went through your file. Wow, you've been inside for 20 years. What an accomplishment. Do you think you're rehabilitated? Absolutely, for sure. I've learned to read. I'm practically a model inmate. It'll change lives. It's a total crisis of humanity. Red tried his best, but still didn't pass, leaving him to wait for the next chance in despair. Andy was chipping away at stone to kill time and stumbled upon names etched by other inmates on the wall. With a light bulb moment, he carved his own name. Hey, inmates gotta have some fun during hard labor. Besides working, they also scheduled movie nights, and the inmates cheered as Rita Hayworth appeared on screen. While they couldn't meet the real Rita Hayworth, Red could score her posters. No one knew what Andy had in mind. From then on, Andy often flashed an enigmatic smile, but good times don't last. Tragedy was lurking. Confronted with the fierce onslaught of the trio sisters, Andy fearlessly mounted a brave counterattack, but unfortunately, 3 punches could not prevail against 4 hands, and he was swiftly left disoriented and completely at a loss. You know? But I don't, and let's skip the ear design details. Don't even hint at such a brain condition, because inmates become violent, and I don't want to disturb that. They were about to kick the inmate's feet. What kind of experiment is this? How do you know all this? I've read more than a book. Definitely heard it somewhere. Trio's sisters gave up the plan, but still pummeled Andy, leaving him stuck in the infirmary for a month. The trio leader merely got a week in the hole, returning to find the sheriff was already waiting in ambush. The sheriff had other plans for Andy's talent. He couldn't afford to let anyone interfere with his interests. Andy's name. No, don't ask again. Help me with 2 things, and let's convince him the truth about what cannot happen again. The trio sisters didn't dare to make any moves after that. But Boggs wouldn't underestimate Andy again, and he went straight to the state hospital. To celebrate Andy's discharge, the guys collected lots of stones for him to carve. So creative. Andy was set to pretend to read the Bible in his cell, only to have the warden walk in for a check. The warden stormed into Andy's cell, rifling through everything for contraband. Even the Bible didn't escape. Andy suddenly got nervous. He had a rock hammer hidden inside. As long as he kept quiet, he'd be fine. What's your favorite chapter? I'm gay. 13:35. I like it. See, truth must be known. Follow me. You will never walk into darkness, but are destined to welcome the brilliant light. I've heard that your numbers are indeed pretty solid. Impressive. No reaction, though, after all, that evidence isn't that strong. But I believe there might be other misleading elements. The genuine excitement has just begun to unfold. When leaving, the warden returned the Bible to Andy. Little did he know it had big secrets inside. Though this warden knew the Bible well, He completely missed the weight of it. But this round of ward rounds was actually just a pretext. The real purpose was to uncover Andy's talent. Do you like working in the laundry? No way. It's a nightmare. Perhaps we can find a better fit for your talents. You really can do it. Andy got transferred to the library to work with Old Blue, but Old Blue sighed, saying the prison library is tiny. Most inmates are illiterate. Just pushing the cot for a round is totally fine. Old Blue had been doing this kind of work for 50 years, and upon hearing this, Andy was left utterly puzzled, scratching his head in bewilderment. Look, Andy felt he found his value, and Old Blue praised his talent. It was a celebratory vibe.